What's good, everybody? It's not this channel. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, the Mad Prince. I'm gonna be your moderator for today. Welcome to Echo 4, all that shit, man. I'm with the homies. Go ahead, introduce yourselves, I guess. Go at one time, whatever.
It's Nick.
Bruh.
Damn it! I thought I could get in there.
Nick.
I knew, damn it.
You know what, y'all? I'll help you out. Over there is Brittany. She might be over there because I don't know where I'm at and other people's stuff. Down there is Ken. Y'all should know who we are by now.
Yeah.
I'm not lying.
Granted.
I would take two.
A couple weeks ago, Disney did something that probably they should have did since LucasArts should have did like a few years ago, several years ago, if anything. They made their own version of the Animatrix, pretty much. Star Wars Visions, which is basically they lined up a bunch of Japanese studios and gave them the license to pretty much do what they want with the Star Wars franchise. And we've got a collection of 9 episodes, each telling a unique story in different places throughout the Star Wars canon. Well, I say canon loosely, we'll get into that in a minute. So we could spend all this time talking about this shit and whatnot, but that would be really fucking boring. So what we gonna do, we're gonna have an impromptu award show. So there's 5 categories: best art style, best original story, best action, best canonical story, and best picture. Naturally, some of those are self-explanatory. I will explain as we go along. So we have about 9 episodes. All of them qualify for each one of the categories. So we're gonna discuss each one. So we're gonna kick this shit off, so on and so forth. So let's just get after it. I'm sorry, I just downed my one of my seltzers. Excuse me. Now let's get after it. First category, best art style. Now, we made an episode a while ago talking about the validity of anime versus cartoons and shit. That's not a topic we're gonna revisit because that pretty much led nowhere, if we being honest. So I wanna hear from each of y'all which episode had the best art style for you. And then we're gonna pick the actual one. So let's get it.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I really enjoyed the way the episode, the duel, that black and white one. It was the first one that, that one. I love that art style. I was taken away by just the sketchiness. It just looked so cool. It gave it a Kurosawa feel to it, and I don't know, I'm a sucker for that type of look anyway, so I really enjoyed that art style. Not colorful, but it's dope.
It used color in the right kind of way, so I fuck with that.
I actually prefer the twins.
Okay.
I like the saturation of color. I just like the color script. It was just pretty.
Yeah, I knew.
I got some shit to say about the twins, bro. All right, okay.
I said pretty. I didn't say the story.
No, because here's the thing. The twins was made by Studio Trigger, and
But you can tell.
Yeah. Oh shit. Can you not, boy? We talking about studio. They did some of the people used to work at Gygax, and they worked on Gurren Lagann before they went to form their own studio. Then they did Kill la Kill. Then they did Darling in the Franxx. Both Brittany and Ken did a reaction video with me for Darling in the Franxx two years ago. But so yeah, I'm like, yo, this is the most Studio Trigger shit I have ever seen. And
you can't forget about Promare, because that's pretty much that color script, just like Promare. And I'm like, I'm here for it. Yeah. Shit's beautiful.
All right, so what you got, Ken?
I'm gonna go with the Ninth Jedi.
Okay. Ninth Jedi is production IG. Okay.
Yeah, that one is just I just really like the overall just the color of it. It's very vibrant. It's very vibrant for me, and that's how the lightsabers looked in that. I enjoyed that the most.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that one. Production IG does good shit. Ghost in the Shell, that was production IG. Or if you a real Toonami throwback kid, what was it? Immortal Grand Prix. That was production IG. Y'all remember that shit? Are them racing mechs?
Sounds so familiar. Oh,
Racing mechs?
They were racing mechs.
yeah.
Like it was
man.
fucking NASCAR and shit. Y'all don't remember that?
I know.
You know what? We need to see a picture.
Yo,
It sounds so
like
familiar.
the main
It's
characters.
like in the tip of my brain.
Yo, the main character was the main male lead was voiced by I think it was Haley Joel Osment, and like the female lead was voiced by like Michelle Rodriguez. Y'all telling me y'all don't remember Immortal Grand Prix? Boy.
Nah, it's when you described it, a picture came up in my head. So
All right, well that's the Toonami throwback that's clearly not getting the shine. But production IG worked on that.
It probably will, once we do another throwback show game.
I'm gonna put in my best art style. I'm gonna have to get that shit to the duel, cause that just hit different. It was like an ink water painting, but it was also like a Kurosawa film at the same time, and like it just had such a unique aesthetic, different from everything else, because everything else just looked like anime. But this was so far left
like you
field.
can put it on your wall, like a screenshot of like each
yeah, you
part
can
and
like they're
frame
making
it.
a manga of this shit. So I'm like, it just hits different. So I think all right, it's 2 against. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the other shit though, but this one just is different. I think we establishing that best art style goes to the duel.
Yeah, I wouldn't say exactly like cell shaded, but it's like a more graphic version of that where it's nice. And then it's remember Sin City where it was kind of like that. It was mostly black and white with like some highlights of red or something else like that.
Yeah.
Okay, next title, best original story. Now this is just like which had the most interesting story, not like what's the most canonical, what could fit in the canon and not, just what was the most interesting story for what it was trying to convey. So I want to hear some thoughts. What do you think had the best original story?
I don't want to go first again. Somebody else go first.
Go ahead, Kim. Offer yourself a strip.
I'm torn though. It's like there's a couple. Well, I like a lot of the stories, but the one that I would say, what's the category again?
Best original story.
Best original.
What set itself apart from everything else? What would you think had the most unique story, regardless of whether or not it can be canonical or not?
The most unique is easily the 2B1, TOB1,
Toby.
Okay.
TOB1, yeah, Toby. Because it's like a robot, and he became a Jedi. It's like how? What?
Yeah.
Well, because like most of the time they say like the Force isn't all living things, right? So like, is he considered alive? And that's like it breeds on that concept, because like, if he could become a Jedi and use the Force, that means he's alive. Right?
I'm sorry. They named the robot Toby, bro. If that ain't the most slave shit that you could possibly of all the things, y'all.
You're not supposed to say his name like that. It's not Toby. It's B1.
He called him Toby at the end of that shit. He said Toby.
But that's dumb, because it literally says T-O or T0B1.
My name is TOB1. Your name is Toby. Come on, bro.
Kid you not. I saw them toes getting chopped off and I heard Toby. I'm like, name don't sit well.
Glad I never watched it. I'm gonna go with Ken. I agree. I think that was the most interesting story.
Well, let's be real. You didn't miss nothing by missing. Because you don't watch Roots for entertainment. You watch that to find an excuse.
No.
You watch that shit to find an excuse to be angry. That's what that is.
Oh man.
No,
yeah,
I
I'm
was
just
forced to
glad I
watch
never
that
had
middle
to.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I had to do it too. So yeah.
Not mine.
All right. So Ken said Toby. All right. What y'all got?
That was not the most interesting. I'm torn. Let me think about it. Or let me talk about it. I love Tatooine Rhapsody because it existed outside of Jedis. I mean, sure, one was a Padawan, but it wasn't focused on Jedis. So I was invested in it. Like, I would watch this if it was a show. Okay. And I did like The Village because, it was different. We're thinking about a setting outside of just warfare, even though it still was influenced by everything else.
All right, I'm gonna need you to pick one.
I can't. And then I like Lope and Ocho. Damn it.
I like Lope and Ocho too. That was my second runner-up.
Yeah, I'll go with Lope and Ocho. Lop and Ocho.
Lob and Ocho.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Shit. What I think was the most original story. That's hard. My biggest criticism for Star Wars Visions is that they focused pretty much exclusively on Jedi. But
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense why they would do that. I mean, because Jedi are based on like samurai and shit,
Samurais,
so
yeah.
it made sense. And so, I mean, you even saw that shit with the, like, if you do like martial arts to a degree, the way they animated those fight scenes, boy, it looked like actual sword fighting, because it don't look like that in the fucking films.
See the kind of lightsabers they got? It's just not regular.
I think my best original story is what is it called? It was the last one, Akakiri. Because that actually showed that showed a Jedi literally fall into the dark side. So
it just okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about art style. We just talking about story.
Not even just that. It just felt like the opposite of Anakin, or just like another version of Anakin. So it's like it didn't feel that different to me.
I'm talking about in relative. This is best original story relative to like the 9 episodes we saw in the Visions, and I mean, because it's always light side, niggatry. I'm a gravitate towards niggatry. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, we all need to be there.
Yeah. All right. So, but regardless, we outvoted. So, best original story, Toby. There we go.
I like
Say with Akakiri, it's like it was basically like in Clone Wars when when Maul killed Duchess in front of Obi-Wan. It's like, oh, it's like a Obi-Wan what if? What if he turned to the dark side at that moment instead of, staying true to himself, to the Force? Obi-Wan's so pure.
Yes.
All right. Let's not. All right. Next category we have here is best action. What had the best fight scenes, basically? I mean, because we saw a lot of sword fighting and shit, yes, but some of that shit looked better than others. So I wanted to see what episode had the best action for you.
It's like on one hand I have the Elder, other hand I have the Ninth Jedi. It's like just the whole part of like the idea with those lightsabers in Ninth Jedi, how like the color changed based on how the power with the Force, like it added into the combat in there, because like first what's her name had like a weak lightsaber, but then she got stronger with the Force. The lightsaber itself became more stronger, and her combat abilities were pretty unique.
They turned they turned lightsabers into mood rings, my nigga. I don't know how to feel about that.
Not mood rings.
They were mood rings.
Mood rings?
They were mood rings.
Those were unique lightsabers because like it was a sabersmith that he did something different with those. It's like it's hard to tell exactly which era it was into. It could be like Old Republic era.
This is long after episode 9.
Okay.
Each one of these stories takes place within a specific era within the Star Wars canon. Ninth Jedi takes place long after episode 9, long after Rey done did her shit. Because like the premise is like the Jedi are just legends at this point, which kind of means that Rey did not succeed in bringing back the Jedi, or it failed at some point. The point is it happens long after that. So that's what that is. I had to read the wiki for that one because. So all right, so you said Ninth Jedi. What else do y'all two think?
Brittany, I'm still thinking.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the duel again. I just really like the woman was that her with the umbrella saber?
Yes, I want that shit.
Yeah, I just thought that shit was so fucking cool. It's so unique. I was like, what? So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. I just thought the sword fighting was really good. You said what?
Just seeing that practical.
You said that's practical.
It doesn't seem that practical.
Oh no,
Nigga.
no, but
That's why it
When
was
has
fun.
anime in general ever seen practical? Let's
I
be
mean,
real.
the twins looked fun, but that shit wasn't practical at all.
Oh no, it was practical until them niggas started fighting on the hull of a Death Star. I mean, on the Death Destroyer, like the Star Destroyer. I mean, like that shit, boy, that turned into DBZ really fucking quick.
That was like the most. If there was another category for like the most anime of Star Wars,
That is the most anime. My man cut a whole ship in half by standing on the hull of his own ship in hyperspace. Nick.
Yeah.
Nick.
That means he went through hyperspace outside of his ship.
Yes.
He still survived. I'm
And he survived.
Damn, you're the main character.
Okay, all right. So, what did you say, Brittany? You said the duel. Okay, yeah. The dopest part was when it was like, yeah, you're a Jedi. Nigga came up out that sword. Wrong,
Yes,
bitch.
yes,
God damn. No. Wait, what? All right,
That
Drea.
was my reaction.
All right, Drea, what's up?
Damn, I'm either at the duel or the elder. I'll go with the duel.
The
The duel
duel?
was fun. That was intense. I'm like, God damn. And then he sliced her ass. I'm like, oh, oops, there it is.
All right, I kind of have to. Okay, I kind of have to agree. I have to say the duel, but like the twins would have been a close runner-up, Joe.
Yeah.
Because that shit was so accessible. I'm like, yo, this is the most Studio Trigger shit ever, bro. This is like that final shit of Gurren Lagann all over again. Them niggas fighting in space for no reason. Like, how did we get here? Like that's okay. So yeah.
She's so strong, she holding the ship with the force and they couldn't leave. He said, I gotta get out the ship real quick.
Yo, she became Dr. Octopus for no reason. Like, okay.
She did! Can
Yep.
I change my vote? We can go with the twins.
You sure?
Hell yeah.
Hey, Brittany looked displeased by that answer though.
It's okay. The duel already got the first artistic shit.
Okay, damn. All right, so I think we need to. I think we need to
It's
decide.
just the fact that she had all them sabers at one point. I'm like, damn, I did forget about that shit.
Yeah.
Shit was trippy.
Okay, you know what?
I
fuck
like.
it. I'm changing my answer. It's gonna be the twins on this one, bro. The twins
Yeah,
had the
I
best
got
action
that.
sequence.
Yeah.
It
I also
made
switched to the twins. That's just say the twins. That
yeah,
it was
the
just
twins.
over
The
the top.
twins. The
Join
twins
the
was
dark
so over
side,
the top,
Brittany.
Joe.
The twins second, so I'm happy with both.
All right, so best action sequence is the twins. All right, next category. Best canonical stories. Now, none of this is more or less canon, but the idea is like which one of these stories would best fit into Star Wars established canon. Like it just meshes with it naturally. I know Ken will have like a better idea of this though, because I don't think that you two have an idea of like Star Wars canon outside the movies. So even based on that, just what do you think? What do you see? Which episode do you see fitting, meshing well with Star Wars canon?
Tatooine Rhapsody is the safest one.
Okay, Tatooine. Okay, you say Tatooine Rhapsody. All right.
I was just saying probably like the Ninth Jedi or maybe the Village Bride.
Okay, so just for context, I already told y'all when Ninth Jedi takes place. Village Bride takes place during the Rise of the Empire. This is after the fall of the Jedi. And this is after Order 66, but this is before Episode 4 when we get introduced to Luke. So it takes place in that 19-year gap between Episode 3 and Episode 4.
Yeesh. Okay. I know. I mean, how many times we've seen a wandering Jedi before? So I'm just like, well,
Nigga, samurai tropes. What do you think? Damn.
right, exactly. So I'm like, the Village Bride seemed like that could easily fit into the Star Wars universe. I don't know about Tatooine Rhapsody because, I mean, yeah, there's music and stuff in Star Wars, but
It
I
just
don't know,
seemed
that seemed like a slice of life type like episode.
it seems so far removed from the actual warfare that you don't need that much context that it can slide. Everything else is like contingent on something politically occurring.
But it is a pretty decent arena. I mean, other than power racing, they could have other events there that look a good.
It makes sense.
Yeah, and like just for context, that did was Tatooine Rhapsody did take place like after Order 66. It takes place when he falls and meets that other hut. That was immediate. That was during Order 66, and then the rest of the story takes place some like a few years after that. So, yeah. Okay. So, Ken, what's your answer?
Well, that kind of changes since that actually does have like actual canon content in there. So that Tatooine Rhapsody probably would be the most canonical. Other than my second vote probably would be Akakiri.
Last thing I remember was Ken was explaining Akakiri, and I was asking what part of the timeline did that come in?
This is before the rise of the Galactic Empire. This is like towards the end of the days of like the Sith. So it was about 1,000 years plus before episode 1. Yeah. So I'm asking what did everyone choose for best canonical story? That's what I was asking.
Did you pick one, Brittany?
I did. I said The Village Bride.
What did you choose, Ken?
We go Akakiri.
And what did you choose, Drea?
Tatooine Rhapsody.
Okay. Damn. I kind of want to. Shit. What would I choose? Damn, we at an impasse now because I think I want to choose the Elder. I want to. Damn. Did everyone frozen again? What the fuck? I hate this. I hate it here. I'm choosing the Elder because the Elder takes place. When does that take place?
1,000 years ago, right?
No. It doesn't take that far. Not that far back. This is the High Republic era. Around that time.
200-300 years then.
300 years. No, it's like 300 years after the fall of the Sith.
Of the Sith Empire.
Yeah, the Sith Empire. The last Sith Empire before Palpatine does his shit. So it's kind of like maybe like 700 years before episode 1. It takes place around there though, because you know what? That whole era is not really explored, especially like the whole last battle of the Sith and shit, at least not within the current canon, because naturally...
within the current canon, it's like they're just starting to fill that in with the High Republic comics.
Barely,
but even then, like,
barely, because the old canon actually touched upon that. They had niggas fighting the shit. They made comics on the shit of like what that shit was, like Darth Bane and the Rule of Two and how that shit came to be. So yeah, we gave our 4. All right, everybody has to vote for, has to choose one of the others that's different from theirs in order to choose the actual winner for this best canonical story.
The Elder.
Yeah, it was the Elder.
Okay, Drea.
It's already a majority. Let's roll.
True. I'm asking out of curiosity. Did it happen? Or are you fucking kidding? All right.
We're back, sir. We're back.
All right. Asking out of curiosity, what was your choice?
I probably would have chose The Village.
Okay. All right. I guess best canonical story is The Elder. All right. If we can get through this last category. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna shoot my brains out. Ain't this a bitch? Got one more category to go through, just one more. Okay, best picture. Just basically, which is the best episode to you? Best story, best action, best art, all that in the bag of chips. What do you think epitomizes what you think is the best out of everything in this season of Star Wars Visions?
I'm gonna go with the twins.
So I was gonna say.
The twins? Okay. All right, what do you say?
It was good. It was good.
It was really good.
Okay, what do you say, Drea?
That was good, but it was cray because I was questioning it while I was watching it. I enjoyed La Pinocho. I'll go with that one.
I would have chose the duel. Okay, so majority wins. Okay.
I know, right?
Yeah. Okay, so best picture. Unsurprisingly, a Studio Trigger title. Damn, Studio Trigger got 3 of these fucking categories. God damn. So best picture is the twins.
It felt the most complete out of a lot of these stories. All the other stories were like, they felt like just like side stories as part of a bigger picture. While that one, it had so much crammed into it, but like just enough of everything. Like it felt like a trilogy summary.
Yeah, the twins takes place during the rise of the First Order, so before episode episode 7.
7.
Yeah, I like the twins a lot. Although yes, very ridiculous at times. But I thought the story was interesting enough. It was different enough. Of course, the style and art was just gorgeous. And overall, I think when I got done watching it, I was like, I could watch this one again. So that's how I came to that conclusion.
Okay. All right. You got anything to add, Drea?
Yes, I ain't upset.
Okay.
It was fun.
All right, but
It was crazy, but it was fun.
so there you go. Final categories is best art style, The Duel, best original story, Toby, TOB1, whatever the fuck you
Your
want to
name
it.
is Toby.
Toby. Switch. All right. Yo. He was literally farming that planet like a fuck. Yo, the slave references. I can't deal with it, boy. Yo,
An agrarian slave.
the whole planet was a plantation, boy.
This shit writes
I
itself.
hate it.
For me, there's a difference.
Okay, best action, The Twins. Best canonical story, The Elder, and best picture, The Twins. Those are the results, so on and so forth. If you want to contest the shit, put it in the comments down below. That's what we have. So yeah, that's everything. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. All that in the bag of chips. And this is Echo 4 signing off. Deuces.